Good morning, class. We are going to work on a few different things today in math. So one of the things we're working on is writing numbers in different forms. So we've done this a little bit when we wrote numbers in word form, expanded form, and their regular number form. But today we're going to look at two different ways that we can represent our numbers. And so this is also going to help us solve our problems. So one of the ways that we can do this is if we use our hundreds, tens, and ones place value, right? So if I have the number 534, then I know 4 needs to go in the ones place, 3 needs to go in the tens place because it's 534. So 5 needs to go in the hundreds place as it is 500. So we have our place value. And something that goes right along with our place value is our base 10 blocks. We've been using these a ton. You guys have done an awesome job with them. So our base 10 blocks, we have our hundreds blocks, our tens sticks, and our ones cubes. So we can draw a picture using our base 10 blocks, right? So if my number is, let's say, 241. If my number is 241, then I know that I'm going to, and I'm going to erase these for the time being, I know I need to think about my place value, right? So we have 200, 40 is in our tens place, and 1 is in our ones place. So I need to draw how many hundreds? I need to draw 2 hundreds, so I'm just going to draw my square hundreds blocks. I need to draw 4 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need to draw 1 ones cube. So this is what my number looks like with my base 10 blocks, okay? And then our last one is new today. So this is another way to write or draw or represent our number. And we are going to use what is called place value discs. So I'm going to, for each of my place values, so if I have hundreds, tens, and ones, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a circle in each. And then I'm going to write the number they represent. So my hundreds place value disc represents 100. So it's kind of just like our place value blocks or our base 10 blocks, but it's little circles. So it might be a little easier for us to place. Our tens, we would put a 10 inside, and then our 1, we would put a 1 inside. So this is what our place value discs look like. So our 1 place value is just like a ones cube. Our tens place disc is just like a 10 stick. It equals 10. And our hundreds place value is just like a hundreds block, right? So, and I'm going to erase this board. So pause if you want to take another look at it. But I'm going to go ahead and erase this, and I'm going to give us a number. We're going to practice using the place value discs, okay? So if my number is, let's say, 675, I'm going to write out hundreds, and you know what, let's write it like this. Hundreds, tens, and ones. I'm going to draw a line here, and then I'm going to separate them just so I don't get any of them mixed up, okay? So now I need to draw the right amount of place value discs in each of my sections. So let's just start with our ones section. So how many ones do I have? I have 5 ones. So I'm going to draw 5 of my place value discs. Ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And notice how I wrote a 1 in each of them so I know what each disc represents. Then I'm going to look at my tens place. How many tens do I have? I have 7. So I need to draw 7 place value discs with the number 10 written inside each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right now I have 75, right? Because if we count up, we can count each of these place values and it equals our number. So our last one we need to look at is our hundreds place. If I have 6 in my hundreds place, how many place value discs do I need to draw? I need to draw 6, right? So I'm going to draw, and I'm going to make these a little bigger so I can fit my number inside. So see how each one is different? I have 100 in this, 10 in these, and 1 in these. They need to match up with the place value. So I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, right? So if I was to count each one of these place value discs, I'm going to come up with the answer. So if and I can kind of make this like my expanded form. So I know this is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. I'm going to write plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gives me my final number of 675. So using our place value disc is a lot easier than if I were to write 600 little dash marks, right? If I were to write 600 little marks, that would take a long time. So this is a lot quicker of a way to figure out our answer. Now we're going to do a problem similar to one that you have on your homework, okay? And we are going to use our place value disc. So I'm going to erase this. Our problem says Brian counted the play money that came with his new board game. He counted 18 $10 bills. So I'm going to write this down so that we don't forget. 18 $10 bills. $400 bills. Okay, so 400. I'm going to write a money sign dollar bills. And 16 $1 bills. How much money came with his game? I'm going to write our money sign dollar bills. There we go. So now we need to figure out how much money came with his board game. So you could either solve this with base 10 blocks, but I'm going to use my place value disc. Okay? And I want you to do this too. So I'm going to write out, I'm going to make a little chart. So I have my hundreds. Once again, I'm going to write that as 100s, 10s, and 1s. I'm going to move them just like this. So I'm going to start with my ones section. So I need to find, because they didn't give these numbers to us in our normal order, did they? So I need to look at the words. This says 16 $1 bills, okay? 16 $1 bills. So that means I need to draw 16 place value discs. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so I have my 16 ones. Now let's look at tens. I have 18 $10 bills. So now I'm going to draw 18 circles with 10 in them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have my 18. I know this is a lot of circles right now. And then our last one, we need to find our hundreds. We have $400 bills. Okay, so 400. So that means I need to draw 4 of my 100 place value discs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But I want us to look really quick. If I wrote down my numbers right now, could we have an 18 in our tens place? Could we have a 2-digit number in our tens place? Nope. So we need to start grouping. Remember, we have magic 10 as our number for grouping. So we always need to start in our ones, right? If we're grouping, because if we have to group in a few of the different place values, then we need to start at our lowest one. So we know that we have 16 $1 bills. So let's count out our magic 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to circle my 10. Now I need to see, do I have another group of 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. I just have one group of magic 10. So I'm going to cross these out. And I'm going to group these. And that means I need to add another 10 circle or another 10 place value disc to my 10s. So this became this, right? But now we have way too many 10 place value discs, right? So we need to group these too. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to go ahead and circle my group of 10. And then let's see, do I have 10 more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't, so I only have one group of 10. So same thing, I'm going to group these together, and they need to become a 100 place value disc. So I'm going to cross these out, and I'm going to add my new place value disc. So now we need to count for our new number. So we have the total amount of money they gave us was 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. I'm going to write down 500 plus, it's a little hard to see, plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, plus 90. Because remember, we're not counting our old group of 10s because that is now over in our hundreds, right? Plus, so we have 500 plus 90 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my total number is, I'm going to write it up here because I'm running out of space, is 500, right? That's our hundreds. Our 10 is a 9 for 90, and our ones place is a 6. So our total number is they gave us $596 in our board game, okay? So you have a very similar problem to this on your discussion post on PowerSchool. So make sure that you're looking for any groups of 10 that you might need to group into our next group, okay?